You got me loud and clear. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. Thanks, everybody. So we've got people live. We've got people on the call. I want to thank everybody for being here. I also want to thank Keisha Bass for being my friend. I met Keisha Bass in July of 2015, which was really, and I think my entire life is always in a transformational period, but I feel like July 2015 was a transformational time in my life, and God brought Keisha and I together for a reason. And we have just really bonded and become like sisters, and I love me some Keisha Bass. I brag on her all the time, and she's really one of the inspirations for today's topic, which is learning to say yes. Keisha and I go back and forth. We brainstorm. We bounce things off of each other. Very much so for the last 2 years. She is one of the most awesome people I have ever met. And a couple months ago, she messaged me and she asked me about joining the Winning Women Network as a speaker and as a leader. And I wasn't saying no. I don't want you to get it twisted. I wasn't saying no. I was definitely saying yes. I just wanted a little bit more information to make sure that I could live up to her expectation. And I tell you this story just to press upon you the importance of saying yes. This call, I mean, you already seen it's imperfect action. I dialed in the wrong way, didn't, and all this stuff happens, okay? But you do it and you figure it out. You say yes and you figure out how it's going to happen. In my career, that has been one of the things that has made me successful. When certain people ask, I have learned to just say yes, and I figure it out later, okay? The opportunity is knocking, and so many of you, and myself included, have become accustomed to a lifestyle of saying no. And by saying no all the time, what happens is like attracts like, right? The law of reciprocity. So the more that you're saying no, the more no's that you're going to hear, right? And so when you're hearing no a lot, and when things aren't happening the way that you want, that's the first thing you got to stop and step back and take a look at is how often am I saying no and what am I saying no to? So I'm going to share a story and I'm going to try to keep identities hidden, okay? So I once worked with a person that the boss's boss was testing. They were unaware that the boss's boss was testing them because the boss was speaking highly of this person to their boss, and the boss's boss was not convinced. So they were testing this person by giving them tasks, giving them additional responsibility, kind of taking them under their wing, and this person didn't understand, and so they were having a negative attitude, and their body language was saying what their mouth wasn't saying, which was no. And so this person soon was looked over for promotion because of their attitude and their body telling them, saying no to the opportunity. So the moral of the story is you never know when opportunity is knocking. We as women, and especially, and I don't mean to count anybody out, but let's face it, if you haven't figured it out, I am black. I am African American. So I can only speak from a standpoint of being African American, okay? And I feel, based on my experience as an African American woman and coming in contact with African American, is we become very hardened and we think no is the way to go, and it's not. We have to really open our minds to the opportunity. We also become locked in on, we think the opportunity is going to look, sound, feel, and taste a certain way. And when that happens, what that means is we really have not succumbed. We have not died to the ego. We have not given everything over to the Creator for the Creator to take control and put the opportunity in front of us. So we're saying no when we should be saying yes, okay? And I'm not saying that we should be saying yes to everything and everybody, because that's a whole other problem. And probably, because I'm going to be doing these 2 times a month, that's probably what we're going to talk about the next time, is saying no, because there are times when you need to say no. So I'm not just saying be out here saying yes to everything and everybody. That would just be irresponsible of me. But there are times, okay, there are people who mentor me, people that I look up to, people who that I listen to. And who should you listen to? You should listen to those people who have what you want, who are where you want to go. Okay? And everybody else is really kind of irrelevant for the most part. People who have what you want and are where you want to go. So when those people present me with opportunities, I say yes. I often don't know how. I don't know when. I don't know a lot of things, but I say yes. When Keisha asked me to become a part of the speaking panel, I had never done a call like this before. I mean, I've gotten on people's podcasts and done things like that, but I've never done anything like this before. It was way outside of my comfort zone. And myself and another friend who is also on the panel, we both were kind of like, well, I think we're just going to stick to marketing. We're going to stick to, what we know, branding, and her with her thing. And again, the creator had a different objective, because when I woke up yesterday morning, the first thing on my mind was my topic needed to be learning to say yes. Okay, so when your mentors, the people that you follow, are presenting you with an opportunity, you need to say yes, because number one, they see something in you that you might not see in yourself. Okay, number two, they're not going to keep asking you, they're not going to keep taking your no. Eventually they're going to stop asking. And then you're going to, at some point, hopefully have gained more discernment and more wisdom to recognize that is an opportunity that you've now missed. But hopefully you've learned from it, so the next time that opportunity presents itself, that you say yes. Okay? The other reason is, like I said, it's a test. And a lot of times, depending on who you're dealing with, it's a pass-fail test. And either you pass it or you fail it. And you get that one shot to say yes, and if you don't say yes, then you're done. That's it, okay? The other reason is getting out of your comfort zone. Getting out of your comfort zone. You will not grow until you get out of your comfort zone. Nothing good is ever going to happen from your comfort zone, okay? I've been presenting people with opportunity recently, and they hesitate, and they hem, and they haw. Okay? This is the other reason you need to say yes, because it speaks self-confidence when you say yes. When you say no, when you hem, when you haw, you're not betting on yourself. So if you're not betting on yourself, why should I bet on you? Right? Why should I bet on you if you're not going to bet on yourself? If you don't have the confidence enough in yourself to do it and to figure it out, eventually, I'm a little more forgiving than others. I'm not going to give up on you right away, but eventually, I'm going to stop asking. I'm going to lose faith in you because you don't have the faith in yourself. That's right, Keisha, I'm betting on me. I might not be able to bet on anybody else, but the one person I can bet on is TSH, because she's the only person that I can control. I can control my thoughts, I can control my actions, I can control my words. So yes, I'm going to bet on me. And I'm going to be honest with you, that's a major factor I look at in people. If they're not willing to bet on themselves, I'm not going to bet on them either, okay? The other thing you need to understand is your mentor, your coach, the person that is successful, is also taking a look at and considering the fact that they are sowing seeds in you. And they have to be responsible for the energy that they keep around them. You constantly telling them no is creating a negative environment and a negative energy. And I ain't got time for that. I don't have time for that negative energy in my life. So once you give me a no, then that's it. I'm done. I'm moving on to the next, okay? And the same with people that I know and mentors and coaches that I know. You only get so many times to say no. After that, you are a no person, and we can't afford to have no people around us. We can only afford to have positive people around us who are opportunistic, who can see the vision, who might not even see the vision, but are willing to follow the vision, okay? We cannot be responsible for your negative outlook. And if you're not willing to bet on yourself, we're not going to bet on you either. The other reason you want to say yes is because what you set in motion stays in motion. Once you start saying no, it is a slippery slope and everything is going downhill from there. So I'll give you an opportunity. I truly, and I still stand by this, I'm not a makeup artist. However, I might be praying to God. I might be writing out my intentions and working with the law of attraction to draw money to me. And the first thing that the universe sends to me is the opportunity to do somebody's makeup. It's outside of my comfort zone. I'm going to be honest with you. And often my initial is to want to say no. And then I have to check myself because remember, I can control my thoughts. And I say to myself, you just asked for some money. The money just showed up. You better get them brushes out and do some makeup. Okay? So what you set in motion stays in motion. Once you start saying no, everything is no, 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 no. And it's not only you saying it, it's what you're hearing. It might be you go out to start the car up and the car breaks down. Can I do your face? Are you in Milwaukee? If you're in Milwaukee or if you're going to be in Greensboro when I get there, then yes, I can do your face, okay? The other reason, and this ties along with getting out of your comfort zone, and that is you need to have to do it scared. You have to be able to do it scared because you will be amazed at what you can do when you are scared. There are proven cases of mothers lifting cars to make sure that their baby is not crushed. Okay, because they're so scared that something is going to happen to their baby that they find some strength, some courage to pick up that car. Okay, you would be amazed at what you can do. I'm from the hood, I ain't gonna lie, right? And I was always taught you do not bully people. You never fight a scared person because a scared person will mess you up. So you have to learn how to do it scared. You have to learn how to do it in the tunnel when there's no way out. You will be amazed at how you grow and what you learn from that experience of doing it scared. And that may be part of the test. I want you to think of the movie The Karate Kid. If you're from my generation, that was a big movie. We watched it like all summer long, like on repeat. And remember how he wanted to learn karate because he was being bullied. And Mr. Miyagi had him doing you have to paint like this. Up, down, up, down. And he got so frustrated and he was like, I'm quitting. I'm done with you. You lied to me. You told me you were going to teach me karate. And Mr. Miyagi started doing moves on him. And all of a sudden he realized that he knew how to do karate. Okay, and that is what happens in your life. Everything that is happening to you is for a reason. You are going through whatever pain or struggle that you're going through right now for a reason. It is making you stronger, it is making you wiser, and it is preparing you for something bigger. And until you embrace that and embrace that the only way to get through it is through it, and the only way to get through it is by saying yes, you're going to remain stuck. You have to get out of your comfort zone. Okay, we have to learn, especially again, this speaks to everybody, but I can only speak as a black woman because that's the only thing I've ever been. I can put whatever light makeup I want to on my face, but at the end of the day, it washes off. Makeup is temporary. I'm still black. I'm a black woman, okay? And we have to learn to be more vulnerable. Yes, I have a big old S on my chest right now, literally. I have on a Superwoman t-shirt, okay? We've been raised that we have to be Superwoman. But we also have to not only learn vulnerability for us, but it's something that we have to teach our children to be vulnerable. Being vulnerable does not equal being weak. Saying yes, serving other people does not equal being weak. And I'm telling you from experience because that's what I used to think of when I heard the term servant and serve like Jesus and being a servant leader. It's like, I'm not here to serve other people. But that's the number one reason you need to say yes. Because it ain't about you, boo. It ain't about you. Your struggles, your pain ain't about you. It's about you getting through it to be a testimony to somebody else for them to learn from you and see that you were able to push through, that you were able to come out on the other end and emerge victoriously. Okay? So no, service does not equal weakness. Okay? I want you to understand, I hype my team up. I hype myself up. I can hype you up on an individual basis, but doing a call that's specifically supposed to be a hype call, way out of my comfort zone. I did not think I could do it. I originally planned on making this a branding call. But the Creator spoke to me yesterday morning. The first thought in the morning is always the most purest. And He told me that I needed to get on here and talk to you about saying yes. So I thank you for your time, because one of the things I do love to be is brief. Get in, get it done, and get out, because I got to get packed and on the road to Greensboro. But I thank every one of you for sharing this call, for being here. I hope this message touched somebody. And thank you if you shared, and if you're watching the replay, please continue to share. Thank you all so much, and I will chat with you soon. Bye-bye.